want to thank Rebecca Tolstoy AM, Perth Rotary member and chair of the Path to Hope Foundation, for the opportunity to talk to my fellow Rotarian about our club, the Perth Rotary Club, and this amazing project, the Path of Hope Foundation. A little about the Perth Rotary Club first. Perth Rotary Club was the first Rotary Club established in Western Australia and will be celebrating its centennial year in 2026. We attract members from the Central Business District of Perth and beyond, and are an extremely diverse club. We meet for lunch each Friday of the month, with the fourth Friday converting to an after-business drinks, more casual networking affair. The club has an impressive history stretching back to 1926, and as the first WA Rotary Club, has many past projects which we are extremely proud of. Some of these projects are ones like the UWA Medical School, established in 1957 with the support and lobbying effects of members. Passages, a drop-in centre for young people living on the streets, and the Cord Blood Bank, instrumental with other WA Rotary clubs in getting this multi-million-dollar project to fruition in Rotary's centennial year, 2005. Perth Rotary gets involved in larger projects that need a broad input from senior people to make them work. It's about being at the heart of our community and using our experience and our connections to make a real difference for good. Tonight, we are talking about the Path of Hope Foundation and why it is so important for our society to continually raise awareness around family and domestic violence and try to find ways to break the cycle. If your club is looking for a new project that will resonate with younger and older generations alike, provide an opportunity to educate and change behaviours, have a positive impact on the energy levels in your club, create goodwill, engage and interest corporate and business leaders in your community, but most importantly, help those members of our society, the most vulnerable, be heard and to have hope for a better future, this is the project for you. In a broader context, I would like to tell you about the following components of how this project affects our club. As you know, the Rotary Foundation recognises 6 areas of focus: peace and conflict prevention or resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development. Through this project, the Path of Hope Foundation addresses several of those. For our club, it provides an opportunity for us to engage with business leaders who may or may not be Rotarians, but they are willing and able to provide professional services, legal, medical, counselling, health, beauty, lifestyle, pro bono. I do get a little bit nervous about quoting figures, but I believe that to date, in the vicinity of $9.5 million in volunteer hours has been attributed to this project over a period of approximately 8 years. Let there be no doubt about it. Family domestic violence is the biggest crime against humanity in our time and a scourge on our society. During COVID, our annual Path of Hope Gala Ball, our major fundraiser for the foundation, was cancelled. However, it was deemed so important that our major sponsor, Mrs. Reinhardt, through her companies Hancock Prospecting and Roy Hill, still made available the considerable sponsorship funds to enable the work with Salvation Army and their outreach centre to continue. Our next generation of leaders Through our next generation of leaders, the Path of Hope Foundation has been able to engage with the Curtin University Business School Virtual Work Integrated Learning Program. The students have worked alongside Rebecca and the Path of Hope team, which has enabled direct one-on-one mentorship for these young students in their vocational learning areas. These young students are the Rotarians of the future. It is such an unbelievable opportunity to know that we as Rotarians can have the joy of being able to open up the minds of our young up-and-coming professionals and shape their future aspirations to serve their communities. It is important to note that not everything is about money. During the intern program, the students learn that it's about connecting with their local communities. They learn through volunteering what the issues are in the communities. For example, our young legal interns are the future policy and lawmakers. They learn at a grassroots level how our laws affect those people experiencing family and domestic violence. In the future, as they progress down their career path, these early volunteering and mentoring experiences stay with them and shape our community. It allows the students opportunities to think on their feet within a safe and nurturing environment. When our Path of Hope Foundation Gala Ball was cancelled, the students were able to change tack and find other ways and mediums to continue to raise awareness of family and domestic violence, which, along with fundraising, is one of the prime objectives of the gala. 3, our Rotary Vocational Training Team. In 2019, the Path of Hope Foundation was successful in taking a vocational training team to the United States of America to share about their project and to learn from the experts in the US. They learned more about how vulnerable people who grow up in this family domestic violence environments end up trafficked into the sex industry. They were able to knowledge share with the Vice Department, hospitals, schools, independent refuge, and also visit Salvation Army Refuge and the Salvation Army headquarters in the States. The team was comprised of a police officer, policy analyst, teacher, educator, negotiator, and a Salvation Army officer. The knowledge that they were able to not only share in the US, but bring home to Australia is almost unquantifiable. Along with the contacts made at Rotary and at service industry level, not to mention on a very personal level, the experience and knowledge growth the team members experience themselves. At an international exposure, this work is above politics. It's about working for a better community to live in and raise our children in. However, the Salvation Army, who work at the coalface of family domestic violence, have to work alongside our existing law and policymakers and community leaders. As Rotarians, we can work to raise awareness of the issue and how they may change things for the better. In 2018, Path of Hope Foundation Chair Rebecca Tolstoy presented in front of 76 nations in the main assembly halls of the United Nations, Geneva. Rebecca presented on the impact of collaboration of the Salvation Army, Path of Hope Foundation, and Rotary. Rebecca has been invited to the White House on 3 separate occasions to ensure that family and domestic violence is kept on the agenda for government. At a local level in Western Australia, the Western Australia Attorney General has sought knowledge sharing opportunities with those members of our community who work alongside and within the organisations addressing this issue. The Path of Hope Foundation has been able to contribute to this conversation and influence policy direction so that it is effective for those who need it most. Purpose. The Path of Hope Foundation project has provided our club with a purpose, credibility, and an opportunity to participate in making our community stronger, safer, and happier. However, please don't think that all of the above has to be achieved in the first 6 months or even the first 12 months. Path of Hope Foundation was launched as a Perth Rotary project by the Governor of Western Australia, Mr. Malcolm McCusker AC, in 2013. Prior to the actual launch, many hours of work had already been devoted by the Path of Hope Foundation team in mapping out the pathway forward, devising the correct entities to set the foundation up in consultation with the Salvation Army and the community needs. Perth Rotarians have had opportunities to participate in small fundraisers or simply volunteer their time in simple matters like putting together furniture to be used in the Salvation Army Refuge. We started raising funds via an outdoor movie night or simply listening to guest speakers to better educate ourselves on this issue. Each year, we provide tickets to a New Year's Eve gala concert for the women and children at the refuge. It's about creating positive and happy memories. One of my most treasured memories was taking mothers and children out on the Swan River for a day of ice cream, water and sunshine. The kids were so excited to be on this beautiful boat, as were we. We had chocolate cake, hamburgers, soft drink and ice cream. Dolphins swimming in the river alongside us and a lot of laughter. It was a magical day and created good memories for those mums and their children. And might I add, we didn't lose anyone overboard, which was an achievement. But it was also a privilege. There are many levels of participation, and the Path of Hope business model allows for Rotarians and their clubs to participate and start at a level of involvement that is achievable and comfortable for them. Pride. The reason I personally joined Rotary was because I wanted to make a positive difference in my community. The Path of Hope Foundation enables this to happen on so many levels. And we are so proud of Rebecca and her team to be involved with the foundation. It is a privilege and so exciting to see a wonderful positive model grow. If we as Rotarians focus on what is right in the world and model positive behaviours through our club projects and our interactions with each other, business partners and family, the world can only be a better place. In conclusion, this is a project model that you might consider for your club. Wherever there is a Rotary Club and the Salvation Army, this project model is able to work. The Path of Hope Foundation is now operating at a national and international level. With this in mind, I would like to introduce fellow Perth Rotary member, Ray Simpson, who is the chair of the Rotary Path of Hope Western Australia Committee. Ray and his committee are the link between Perth Rotary and the Salvation Army in Western Australia, and he will tell you a little more about the Foundation's work within Western Australia. Thank you.